Welcome to the session 50, that is meaning of international business and the challenges of international business. The study objective is to study the challenges of international business which came into the way of globalization. And after studying this session, the students will be able to understand various challenges which can having impact on international business while entering into the international business or global business or integrating in world economy. First, we know the meaning of international business. International business is the process of focusing on the resources of the globe and objective of the organizations on global business opportunities and threats in order to produce, buy, sell, or exchange of goods or services worldwide. So, international business is a process of focusing on the resources of globe and objectives of the organizations on global business opportunities and threats in order to produce, buy and sell, exchange of goods or services worldwide. So it is the worldwide operation which includes world level production, buying and selling or exchange of goods and services among the nations through international market or through international business with the analysis of various opportunities and threats from worldwide. Next, the various challenges of international business. So, international business is the process of focusing the resources worldwide. So, here maintaining competitiveness is the one of the factor which came in the way of international business. Everywhere there is a competitiveness in business. Either it is national business or international business or global business. Competition is there in the business. Not only in business, in all the fields there is a competition. Without competition, there is no success. So, competitions will give various ways to beat that competition, that is various according to the strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. The variation, the impact of competitiveness is varying from one business to another business or one sector to another sector. Here many factors contribute to the competitiveness of a nation. It is being argued that labor costs, interest rates, exchange rates, and economies of scale make a nation competitive because these are all different from one country to another country. These traditional factors, no doubt, contribute to the competitiveness of a country, but not to be ignored are other sources which make nation enjoy competitive advantage over the others. It has been demonstrated that the best way for companies to achieve competitive advantage is with innovation. And Michael Porter has emphasized that the key to gain competitive advantage is the ability to innovate continually. Most successful MNCs have proved this claim with various competitiveness and with their various competitiveness. Next is government and trade regulations. The government of any country can influence its international business significantly. For example, government intervention for the purpose of protecting domestic industries usually results in less movement of goods and services across the borders. A government major role in global business may stem from its beginning a world trade negotiator. Many people believe that their government should limit competition from foreign goods in the interest of protecting local businesses and the jobs they offer. In the US, people, the question why the Japanese are allowed to set up auto plants in the US while the country's farmers cannot sell rice in Japan even though imported rice would cost less than Japanese production rice. Negotiations among countries is to trade restrictions and prevent unfair trade practices are ongoing. The World Trade Organization has been established to negotiate trade concessions among member countries. The members meet periodically and discuss the ways of minimizing the trade barriers. This is the challenge on government and trade regulations. Next is developing an international perspective. Firms operating in cross-border market need to develop an international perspective. These three areas need special attention, experience, focus, and attitude. Those three areas include first one is experience. One way to acquire international perspective is to hire people with global exposure. A company cannot become a true MNC without having manager with an overseas perspective. Next is focus. The second way to develop an international operation is by emphasizing global orientation to human resource activities such a hiring, remunerating, performance appraisal, promotions, and the like. Next is attitude. The third way to develop an international perspective is by changing the attitude of manager towards their work. Companies should scene carefully for overseas assignments and depute on the individuals with the right attitudes. Next, fourth challenge is managing diversity. Diversity is the outcome of globalization. Workforce of any MNC companies, people from different countries Within this diversity of national origins, there is a even wider diversity of culture, region, religion, languages, and educational attainment, skill, values, ages, races, genders, and other differentiating variables. Managing such a composition or cosmopolitan workforce is a challenging task for any executive. Before examining how to manage a multilateral workforce or multicultural workforce, it should be noted that diversity has functional as well as dysfunctional consequences. Among the potential problems associated with diversity is the likely absence of cohesion among workers, where group lacks cohesion. Members become less productive and it becomes difficult to create a work environment that is conductive for efficiency and effectiveness. Another problem of diversity relates to inaccurate communication which may result from different meanings assigned to words and different interpretations assigned to situations. While there are some potential problems associated with diversity, there are host of benefits to be gained. Culturally diverse group can enhance creativity, lead to better decision and result in more effective and productive performance. A significant benefit from diversity relates to prevention of groupthink, which is a social conformity and pressure of individual members of a group to conform and reach consensus. Another benefit of diversity system from the possibility of generating more and better ideas. Because group members come from host of different cultures, they were able to create a greater number of creative and unique solutions to the problem and give more recommendations to the situations. Next challenge is need to maintain good corporate citizenship. An MNC disperse their activities worldwide. They become highly visible and are required to operate under diverse compulsions such as cultural, political, economic, and legal factors of different host countries. An international business will be successful if only it creates and sustains the image of a good corporate citizenship. The two hallmarks of which are honesty and social responsiveness. Here, managing diversity and need to maintain good corporate citizenship are very important in the international businesses. Next is to managing bureaucracy. Any country, more so the developing one, shall carry the bureaucracy. And for the international manager, managing it remains a big challenge. In India, India has 10 million strong civil service army equaling to the population of countries like Belgium and Czech Republic. The time it takes to obtain a license in India ranges from 159 days in Bhubaneswar to 522 days in Ranchi. On an average, it takes 225 days to obtain a building permit. The Four Season Hotel opened in Mumbai in 2008 required 165 government permit including special license for vegetable weighing scale in the kitchen. Last challenge of international business is Brand India Challenge. Worldwide Brand India is a presently receiving good publicity. Yet Brand India is weak in several ways. Developed countries in India still conjures up visions of snake charmers, beggars, cows, poverty, and dust and dirt. Obviously, this is a source of much frustration to Indians who would prefer that brand India be associated with progress, modernity, and resplendent with world class business malls and skyscrapers. Compared to China, India may be weak in certain areas, but when it comes to areas like functional democracy, autonomous institutions like planning commission and election commission, rich heritage, long history, skills, values and innovations, knowledge of English and diversity, India is much ahead of other nations. Not surprisingly, when confronted by a takeover, many Western companies and their managements prefer an Indian company as an acquirer compared to a potential Chinese, Russians, or Middle Eastern situators. Over time, participants and participation of India is as being associated with the third world will be fade away. So these are all the challenges in Brand India challenge. So the various challenges of international business include maintaining competitiveness, government and trade regulations and restrictions, developing an international perspective, with three areas: managing diversity and need to maintain good corporate citizenship. Lastly, managing bureaucracy and brand India challenges. These are all the various challenges we can with which can creep in the international business.